Welcome to WVUA News at 10. I'm Chris Daughtry, and here's your evening news. Artist Travis Scott is covering the cost of funeral expenses after 8 people died during his Astroworld Festival on Friday night. 25 victims were transported to the hospital, including 5 under 18. Ages ranged from 14 years old to 27 years old. A surge towards the gates left festival goers crushed to the ground and struggling to breathe. Now more than a dozen victims have filed a lawsuit against Scott and other festival organizers, claiming the show went on for nearly 40 minutes after the mayhem began and lacked a reasonable response time. Scott was arrested back in 2015 and 2017 after encouraging fans to jump barricades and rush the stage. City officials are beginning their investigation, but say it will likely take some time to collect and review all the interviews and videos taken from that night. Friday, November 8th, the White House will lift COVID-19 restrictions for fully vaccinated individuals traveling into the United States. The restrictions were first implemented nearly 21 months ago by then-President Donald Trump, restricting travel from China and later extending to dozens of other countries. British Airways CEO Sean Doyle says the lift on international travel into the U.S. will be a positive for everyone.
We keep outlining the economic impact of staying closed and the human impact. So there's a lot of people haven't been able to visit family in the US. They haven't been able to reunite. You know, both countries have huge amounts of foreign direct investment going both ways, and that's going to be impacted by this impasse.
The U.S. Transportation Department reported Friday that the U.S. international travel was down 43% in August, and passenger air travel was down 21% compared to pre-pandemic levels. The United States has allowed foreign air travel from more than 150 countries throughout the pandemic, a policy critics say made little sense when comparing infection rates from countries on and off the list. Americans traveling outside the U.S. will need to show proof of a negative COVID-19 test and will also have to follow restrictions of the country they plan on visiting. The House of Representatives passes a $1 trillion infrastructure bill on Friday night after months of deliberating. The bill would be the biggest upgrade of America's roads, railways, and other transportation infrastructure in nearly a generation. President Biden says signing the bill into law will also create jobs and boost the U.S. competitiveness. The infrastructure bill has passed with support of 13 Republicans in the House and 19 in the Senate. Democratic leaders had hoped to pass the second portion of the bill, as well as that would tackle more social safety nets and programs to fight climate change. That package would total $1.75 trillion and be the largest expansion of U.S. safety net since the 1960s. And while $1 trillion is a lot of dough, one New Zealand couple may have grown the world's largest potato without even trying. Colin and Donna Craig Brown found the tubber growing in their garden when they were getting ready for the spring planting season. The spud, named Doug by the couple, may be the largest in the world, weighing in at a whopping 17.4 pounds. The current record is held by a British vegetable grower who registered a potato weighing just under 10 pounds back in 2011. While the Craig Browns are waiting for an update from the Guinness Book of World Records, Doug is staying in the freezer, and when all is said and done with world record stuff, Colin says he plans to turn Doug into vodka and use it to toast the massive spud. That's your evening news update. I'm Chris Daughtry. I hope everybody has a good night.